Hi guys, what's up? This is Rob, and what we got here right now is the Samsung S7 Edge. And we will have a little throwback here in one of the most beautiful designed phone that Samsung have ever made. And we will check it if it's still worth it in 2020. I've been using this as my second phone for a couple weeks. I purchased it as a second phone, and I'm lucky to have a pristine S7 Edge here that I purchased on the market. Some few minor scratches as well. For its design, it's still a beautiful phone. There's curved glasses in front and at its back as well. And it has Gorilla Glass 4, so it feels premium even it's been 4 years since its original launch in 2016. It feels still amazing in my hand. As you can see, it's still small and compact, that I prefer using this most of the time rather than my current large 2020 phones. We got metal sides here, as you can see on the phone. So on the top, what we got here is the micro SD and the SIM tray. On the right side, what we got here is the power button, and on the left side, what we got here is the volume rocker. So at the bottom part, we have the headphone jack, the micro USB cable, and the little speaker. One of the downside of its design, it's still using a micro USB port, which is a little bit dated already, and it's not yet a full screen like in 2020 phones. And it is a fingerprint magnet, like literally here. And you can see here, and you need to wipe it from time to time because of this issue. But overall, its design, it's still one of the beautiful smartphone here that was ever created. Alright, so let's go with the display. So it's rocking a 5.5 inch Super AMOLED screen. It has a QHD resolution. The screen overall is great. It's bright even if you use it outside. It has good viewing angles and deep blacks since it is an AMOLED display. It can still compete with the current phones with its display. Plus, it always have an always on display, which is great. Viewing media like YouTube, like here, and Netflix is great using this device.
Inside the holes here. Also, side note, no, this doesn't trigger my trypophobia, but if it does for you, you probably shouldn't get one. You know how sometimes the holes in some weird things can be a little weird looking. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so as far as the horizontal versus vertical debate, I think the way this console is meant to be oriented is vertical, just because it does have one giant fan here at the top. Hot air rises, and so that fan spins and exhausts hot air at the top. Kind of like the trash can Mac Pro from back in the day, 2013. But it also can technically be on its side like this. It does have a little nubs at the bottom, so if you want to fit it under a TV or inside a little box you've got your TV sitting on, you can do that too. So horizontal or vertical, it's up to you.
Let's go to performance. So how's the performance of the S7 Edge in 2020? Let's just say it's just okay. Don't expect it to be fast like the current 2020 phones. There will be some occasional lag, although most of the time it's pretty usable. What I got here is the Exynos version, and it got the Exynos chip 8890, which is an octa-core with a 4 gig of RAM. It's still on Android 8 with the touchscreens. You can still do multitasking here and play games, although it might struggle on games that rely on heavy graphics. But most of the games are playable here. So here is Geekbench 5. So we'll do some benchmark here. Alright, so after for at least, I think 6 minutes. So it's a little bit long. So what do you expect from a 2016 phone? Here is the Geekbench score. Let's go to camera. In the rear camera, it's rocking a 12 megapixel 26mm wide camera, and on the front is a 5 megapixel 22mm wide camera. You can shoot it in RAW, which is awesome, and the Pro mode has a decent amount of options, so you can choose what the picture will look like in terms of focal length and tone. It can record up to 4K 30 frames per second for both front and rear camera. At the time it was launched, it is the best camera and beats the iPhone competitors. It takes good picture in good lighting conditions and also some decent low light shots. If you don't need an ultra wide angle or a telephoto lens, it is still a great option as a camera phone. Here are some photos and videos. Battery of S7 Edge today is just on the mid-tier level. It does have 3600 mAh battery, and it does have one of the best battery life when it first released way back in 2016, which is a regular usage like browsing to social networking sites, watching YouTube or Netflix, and playing just some couple of games. It can last for a day with 4 hours of screen time, so not bad for an old phone. It does have a lot of extra features like expandable micro SD card and wireless charging. The S7 Edge is an IP68 rated device. It means it does have a complete protection from dust and temporary immersion in up to 1.5 meter of fresh water for up to 30 minutes. So overall, it still holds pretty well over time. Since this is an Android phone, you can always install a custom ROM, and it will definitely make the experience in the S7 Edge much better. So if you don't want the latest and greatest, and if you're okay with these bezels, S7 Edge is still a beautiful and a good phone in 2020. So like and share and subscribe, and see you soon on the next video. Peace out.